So we've got a lot to talk about in this video about UMG takedowns because a lot has happened and I need to really catch up. So we're going to try and talk about a lot here. So we're going to start off easy. After UMG takedowns was terminated, he created a second channel titled Universal Music Group Takedowns 2. And of course his handle, because that's just the display name, the handle was every label takedowns 2. And of course his bio went back to I can't stand clean versions and Usher for no apparent reason. I don't know what he has against Usher. That's just one thing. So he started off by commenting on a bunch of videos. I had uploaded What's Her Name by Green Day. I had cleaned the entire Green Day album, American Idiot, and he had commented on What's Her Name. And he had said this. So first off, he said, "You better get it taken down or I get your whole thing terminated. And I'm not scared." So Malcolm Size just came back with a mad emoji. And then UMG Takedown said, "I'm taking the channel's trash right now." I don't know what that means, but he also said, "What are you saying, nerd?" I have no idea what I replied to him as, because I had hid him from my channel, and that in turn got rid of all his comments. So I have no idea. And he also went over to Zach's channel, Zach Records, and Zach had made a post after the termination saying the troll is gone. Thank you to Voter, thank you to Arizona, and everyone else that helped battle him. So he responded, "I'm still get your channel deleted off YouTube." And at this point, that's notified as spam, so Zach had to approve it, and he didn't, obviously. And then he also made a video pinging a bunch of people again, mentioning them, saying, "Rotor is asshole, I fuck him up." And then he commented on that short, "Rotor Records is boy who likes boys." It's getting more insane as the time goes on. He later on went to Arizona's channel, and I don't know what video this is, but he said, "Take it down or I get terminated." And actually, this is Arizona's original song because some guy named James Cruz said, "What's your claim and on what grounds? Be specific so I can make a report." Arizona said, "Lil Bro thinks he could take my song down." And while UMG Takedown said, "I own every label," that does not make sense because Arizona said, "Lil Bro, it's my song. You don't own the file, you don't own the stems, you don't own nothing. It's mine. I'm not signed to a label." He says, "It doesn't matter. Take it down." Can't take it down for no reason. And at that point, they went silent for like half an hour, over an hour. So he said bro gave up, and he came back and said, "No, I didn't. Take the whole video down, completely down, or I'm gonna get my grandma on you." This is the most insane thing so far, or at least the funniest. So James Cruz said bro's gonna get his grandma, and then Arizona said, "No label but mine. Oh, I own the song, so I have a right to take down the song." And UMG said, "My grandma gonna knock you out if you don't take the video down because UMG owns it." Oh my goodness. Arizona said, "How does UMG own this when I have the master file and stems?" So he said, "I love you." That's insane. And Arizona said, "I don't." Then UMG Takedown said, "And you're mean." So he said, "I'm fan. I love your songs. I just wanted them for myself." So Arizona says, "How are you going to be the one to tell me to take down my own song?" And he said, "Then stream it or buy it. That's the only way to support me." So he goes back to saying, "Take your channel down, or I have UMG boys, and I'm going to get your videos deleted." So he said, "I don't have to take down my channel." He said, "Yes, you do. I'm the label owners. Know what? I'm the owners of YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, WhatsApp, Twitter, and Facebook, and all the labels." Hit all the comments. I said something. He now apparently owns YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, WhatsApp, Twitter, and Facebook. It's not like Elon Musk owns Twitter, right? I can just like probably DM him or mention him. He probably won't respond, but at least it'll prove it. YouTube, I have no idea who owns it. Same with, I think Instagram's owned by Facebook. Both are owned by Zuckerberg. Don't know who owns WhatsApp. TikTok is owned by the Chinese. And so Arizona comes back and says, "What did you say? I just thought I owned social medias too, including WhatsApp. Because everybody sure cares about WhatsApp." So he says, "You did not." He says, "I just said I own social medias too, including WhatsApp." So when Arizona says, "You did not," he says, "I'm sorry for sending you threats." And I believe that's the end of that thread, because if we go back to the YouTube short, when he said Rotor Records is boy who likes boys, Prod by I4K gets into a huge argument with him. This goes on for years on end. I'm just gonna read it. I'm not gonna say names. You can probably guess. He says, "Oh God, you're back. Yep, take your channel down, cutie boy." No, bro, you like boys. Bro just went cutie boy. You know Nadia Osama bopping? I punched my hips for him because I hate drill rappers too. With a bunch of question marks from Prod by R4K, and then he is New York rap. I can't stand R&B and clean YouTubers. What does that have to do with New York rap? So he says, I know there are 30% of people that can't stand cigarettes. Smoking's bad for you, but when it comes to clean versions, it's a no. And Malcolm said a couple other things, but I didn't click read more, so I didn't get the screenshot. So he says, this man becomes racist now. He says, what are you talking about, monkey? And then take the videos down or I get it terminated. And Malcolm says, I'm just giving you some good information you can keep, but clean versions are not hurting nobody. He says, you look like one. I'm pretty sure he's referring to a monkey, because he said, what are you talking about, monkey? And he says, you look like one. And then he responds back to Pride by 4K saying, I know, yo, white people stealing profits from black people. That's another reason I can't stand clean versions. And then, I don't know, he posted some sort of emoji. I don't know if I think that's a gorilla. He says, bro, just shut up. No one is deleting anything. And then he asks Prod by Y4K, sorry, not Y4K, I4K, wanna be buddies? Hell no, get away from my channel, bro. And then he posts a sad emoji, and he says, okay, was that too harsh? And then he starts apologizing. I'm sorry for trolling you, Malcolm, Rotor Records, Zach Records. And he says, actually, you're sorry? And so UMG says, I'm sorry, you're a good person. I want to change. I want to go to church, be Christian. And mentions that to Malcolm Sizers. So he says, thanks, I appreciate your sorry. And he asks him, can you help me change and be Christian? He says, I don't know if I can help you change and be a Christian. Besides, why are you saying Rotor Records is a boy who likes boys? That's not nice to say. You don't know what kind of life he is living. You wouldn't know if he likes girls or boys. You can't predict that. Just for the record, I'm straight, and that has nothing to do with this, but I'm straight. So he says, you might need help from Judge Mathis. Maybe he can tell you to not be mean to all of us that's uploading clean versions all the time. Because we are not hurting anybody as far as uploading clean versions. Of course, you might not like them, 21 Savage or Usher. I might not like watching Judge Judy, but I'm not going to complain about it like you're doing over these clean versions we uploading on YouTube. Dude, Malcolm just went on a huge fucking rant. I don't know what warranted that, but he just went off on him. Not all of it's reasonable or not all of it's related like Judge Judy, but I appreciate the analogies, you know. And later on, I see on my tutorial channel that Kevin had commented on a video I made 2 months ago, and it was my termination video, like I was explaining how I got terminated, and UMG Takedowns comes back. He mentions Kevin and says, I'm back, let's fight. So I said to him, I'll also give you time for a response before I block you from commenting on here as well. So he starts apologizing, saying, I'm sorry, please don't block me, I just want to talk. Are you doing another exposed video about me? And I said, on the situation ending, yes. A fourth video depends on how this second channel goes, and obviously we are here right now. So yeah, he says, well, you can post it on Instagram too. And I don't post unnecessary stuff on Instagram, so I didn't do anything about that. But he said I just wanted to be y'all's buddies. I didn't want y'all to hate me. It was just a publicity stunt. And I'm seriously sorry for sending you threats and Zach in Arizona. So I said, well, it was a pretty stupid publicity stunt. While Kevin says it's pretty interesting how you accused us of being racist when you were over on your channel calling a black YouTuber in your comment sections a monkey and putting gorilla emojis everywhere. You're a hypocrite. Dude, this is honestly the highlight of my year so far. I told him, well then just don't do it again. We're not taking our channels down and we can argue with you forever. So just stop and we'll be fine. I accept your apology, but you'll have to apologize to Arizona yourself, and I'll let Zach know since he blocked you from his comments. And he said, I did apologize to Malcolm. He sounded mad at me still. And Zach Records comes in saying, apology accepted. If you just wanted to be buddies, you could have asked, please remove this channel or please revamp it. And if you ever want to talk, here's my email. It's in the descriptions. My reply to Malcolm, because he doesn't understand what's going on. So, like Rotor said, don't cause problems and we'll have no problem. And it actually goes normal at this point. He says, okay, I won't do this again. I'm sorry for trolling. He says, do you mind if I make a video explaining what went down in the situation? And he approves it. So he says, to confirm, that's fine because we're cool now and I don't want things to go apeshit crazy again and we're back to where we started. So he says, I'm trying as a person, we all make mistakes. That's not how the situation ends, however, because that's just the start of his second channel. More like, yeah. Because then he creates a third channel, or he renames his channel or something. But there's a third section, and this is where we find out who he is. So, I actually think it was a different channel, but he is this guy called Naughty Fan. And he used to comment on me and Zach's videos all the time. And now he's just a troll. His real name is Jordan Londonberry. I'm not going to post his email because I'm not that bad of a person, but yeah. So this third channel, let's talk about it. So there's this first message where he posts, everything is in the community tab. And he says, this is like a couple weeks, maybe a week or two before all this drama started. And he mentioned Zach saying, I haven't seen much posting. Is everything okay? And he says, yes, everything's fine. I've just been busy. How can I contact you without using YouTube? And he posts his Gmail and whatnot. He says, and I have Twitter. And Zach says, you're welcome to email me at any time. My email's always in the description. And then it shifts to the drama post. He says, I'm this person. Take down y'all's channel. I'm going to get everyone in jail. Pings a bunch of people. And this whole argument goes on. Zach comments, you don't need to pull this fake stunt. And he says, take down your channels, I'm going to get y'all terminated. So, I4K, here we go again. He says, no. Yes, y'all some greedy bags. Yeah, I thought I read that wrong. He said bags. This is no. You're a lying ass liar. Is that even an insult? He misspelled your. He used the wrong iteration of your. And he said, you're a lying ass liar. So he says, yes, and you're 4'11", kid. He says, I don't care. So he says, so as you imagine being a Naughty Fan shouldn't be talking. And he replies saying, he's goated. Him, young boy, should collaborate. You need to take your videos down because I'm going to send you to a Diddy party. He says, LOL with a laughing emoji. And he says, don't play with me, glizzy gobbler. What does this have to do with any of the shit going on? So AL1 Extreme Bass, he comes in, says, not us, you are a greedy bucket. It wants everyone attention. So AL1 Extreme Bass comes in and says, not us, you are a greedy bucket. It wants everyone attention for himself. We're not going to give up. And don't even mention no one like this. So he says, you're 13, I'm 21. You know, I can delete your channel or get my grandma, she'll whoop you. He did not include an apostrophe in she'll. Like, she will. So it looks like, or get my grandma shell whoop you. Like a Mario shell. Oh my goodness. So he says to L1, no, I ain't that person, but he needs to get his channel deleted. And, of course, I start responding. He said, I heard your granny ain't got no knees. How's she praying? I am a Christian. I don't mean any harm with these jokes. But, you know, y'all seen that one meme a long time ago. It was like, yo, granny ain't got no knees. How she gonna pray to Jesus, bitch? I forgot how it goes. But yeah. So then AL1 comes back. He says, because I ain't want to debate on nobody. I'm going up. Let me. And then he replies to AL1 saying, you need a life of your own to be acting like that. And then he replies to me saying, she's guard. Like a prison guard? If so, that's not a big flex. So him and AL1 go back and forth again. I got my own life, and I don't depend on none of you bodies. What does that mean? This guy can't use grammar either. He says, you can't spell a sentence right. Get better spelling grammar. Go back to school, kid. And this is UMG Takedowns saying that, because he cannot formulate a sentence either. So they go, you two ain't know nothing for creating a sentence that you edited it. What the fuck? He says, wanna be buddies? And AL1 says, why should I get in your trap? This guy is probably 13, if we're being honest. Why is he talking like this? Bro, a fly just flew right in my face. So then the legend himself, Clean Music. That's literally his channel name, Clean Music, Clean Records or something like that. He says, I dare you to, bro. You're opening a can of worms here. So then they go back and forth. I own every label you can possibly think of. Remember Rotor Records? He was terminated because of me. He says, no way, bro. Please don't ban me. I'm so scared. So he says, take down them clean versions then. Nah, gang. I'm good. Low key. Diddy being innocent is more believable than this shit. Dude, when clean YouTubers curse, it's so funny. But then he says, oh, screw off. I send you to Diddy party if that's what you want. Or I get my grandma to whoop you with her special belt. Diddy Osama better. Diddy Osama got nothing to do with this shit. Your grandma ain't gonna whoop anybody. We gonna whoop your grandma. And why are you bringing up your grandma again? So he says, Diddy party, please. He's my idol. I get this as a joke, but oh my god. Okay, he says, or you can bail and be a young boy. Fuck, I'm kind of stuck now. Not gonna lie. Still probably Diddy, though. What is this conversation? I don't even know what's going on in this conversation anymore. But then he goes, you tripping. NBA Youngboy, way better artist than Usher and Diddy. Usher's trash. Diddy on top. Close follow by NBA. Why don't you clean Didi Osama, Sugar Hill D-Dot, La Tyler, Nadia Osama, but you'd rather be Kyle Rich fan? At least do D-Dots and Starband's new song. It's trending. I won't terminated you. We can be buds. So it says, you know what? I will. I like this idea. But Kyle Rich and 41 Doug, I think that's what his name, 41 Doug, are good though. But man, they made a whole diss track to a 14-year-old boy who got stabbed. Just don't get stabbed. Simple. 41 gang on top. Have you heard of Didi Osama? Lil Mabu probably not, because you're too old for Joe. Bummer. My bad. I thought we was gonna be buds, my man. Come on. Mabu be kinda, you know. And Didi Osama, gang shit, he good too. And he says, I'm child though. I don't know. Okay, this has nothing to do with the situation anymore. They're just talking about whatever. And after he says, I'm child though, Clean Music says, me too, lil bro. He says, you probably 16 or 17, I'm assuming? Nah, G. But what does any of this have to do with anything? I'm serious. Like, they're just having a conversation at this point. And Arizona finally comes back to end whatever they're talking about. Says, and you're like 9 to 12. Also loved how you said you'll stop with the threats. And I come in and reply saying, Didi Osama, Mabu, Sugar Hill, D-Dot, Tyler, and Nadia all suck. Also, didn't you say you're 21? Then you go ahead and say, I'm child though. Contradicting much? And I told Clean Music, alright, chill, you ain't about that life. And then AL1 comes back, says, but I'm confused how at first they were debating and then started talking like just friends. He's right, you know. And UMG Takedowns never replied to AL1 Base for that comment. He says, I'm 15, dummy. And he says to me, don't say that about them because, you know, something about Usher, Lil TJ, and Kendrick Lamar. I think he says he's saying they suck, but who knows. I said, you can't change my mind, lol. But think about it. Those five get into a beef with TJ, Usher, and Kendrick. Who's winning and who's getting the baby treatment? I think you know the answer. Lil TJ alone would probably be enough to stop all five of them. And I've never heard a naughty song in my life. But then he says, NBA Youngboy is. Who mentioned Youngboy? What does he have to do with anything? And then he asks Clean Music, when are you going to do the Sugar Hill D-Dot song? Dude, what is going on? This whole thing is bizarre. And then he pings a bunch of people again. All y'all's channel are getting deleted because the fat old Zach, he can't even bathe. Why? Zach says, thought you said you were going to stop. And he says, never will you, greedy. I said, who even listens to Naughty? Because last I checked, he didn't make it out of the underground. And only diehard drill fans really know who he is. I'm not being disrespectful to Naughty, by the way. Rest in peace to him, but this is just to make him mad. I'm trying to piss him off at this point. So I said, who do you think we are? Just asking for a permanent target and bounty on your back? He says, I told y'all to take down them clean versions or I will get y'all terminated. He's way better than nasty Usher. And I said nobody gives a damn about Usher. Not sure why you brought him up. Drill is kind of ass, not gonna lie. You only like him because he's dead. Give people flowers while they're alive. And I should go upload a bunch of Usher today, right? He says, go ahead, but Youngboy and Didi Osama gives better views. Even Chris Brown does better. I'm talking a bit fast here, sorry. He then mentions Kevin and says, wanna fight? I threw 101. So I reply first saying, let's throw the ones, pussy. Can't even hold your own against a puppy while I know martial arts. That's not an understatement. I know a little bit of martial arts. But Pride by I4K comes back. Lol, nice one. Joke. Sorry. He says, LOL, nice joke. And they say, yes, sir, I'm going to find his address and we going to fight. So he says, He says, you want to fight me? Bro, you're 2'2". 5'11", you meant. LOL, sure. How about you? And I reported him after that for threatening to find Kevin's address and fight him. And then his comment was removed, saying, OMG, who the fuck did this? Pinging a bunch of people again. And it says, harassment cyberbullying policies, you know? So he goes back and tries to comment on a bunch of my videos again. He says, I'm giving Diddy parties if you don't take this channel down. You thought I was a fan. I'm deleted you again. Remember 2022, you had 4K subs. I took you down. Goodbye, Glizzy Gobbler. I'm done with this. He's doing so much for no reason. He then mentions FJ Edits, want to fight? And then he mentions Zach Records, respond or I call your mom. So I said, calm down, Mr. Londonberry, and he said he needs to complete my rules. What rules? You never gave any rules. If you're talking about terminating the channel, he's not going to do that. He's not going to take it down. He said, I emailed Zach, make sure he gets it. And at this point, I've had a lot of conversations with Zach and Arizona on this topic, and Ali Gamer. This fly is annoying the shit out of me. But I eventually posted another video. The UMG impersonator was terminated. You guys probably seen it if you're watching this video. This fly is annoying as shit. And he says, nerds are always lying. He's a crybaby. And that's his response to this video. But that fly better not have gone in my soda. But then, in response to my video, that's what he said. And then, Quanti Roblox 2. Remember this guy. He's going to be important for the next video. Because this video is pretty long. He says, bro, stop it. He says, y'all need to stop making clean versions, bitch. He says, make me. Okay, buddy. Bye. Nope, not doing it. Yes, do it. Bro, I'm grown and 5'11". Get the fuck out of my face. Sure, buddy. You're not taller than me. Wish you could. Buddy, you're 2'2". What you gonna do? You're like 4'4". You wish? Yeah, I was right. He says, buddy, I will stop if you can stop bugging me. I will do drill for you and naughty bro. By the way, you're messing with a 16-year-old. Quanti is definitely not a 16-year-old. He doesn't act like a 16-year-old. He acts like he's 12. But I respond in saying, that's not a flex that you're messing with a 16-year-old. He says, I know I'm not trying to. And then Arizona comes in, talking to UMG. He says, if you were grown, you wouldn't be doing this. He says, I am. The situation gets worse and worse. So Arizona says, bro is scared of the big cleaning channel. He says, I'm not punk. Get that channel removed because I own YouTube and get everybody canceled. Then show me the admin panel. What are you saying? Little bro doesn't know what an admin panel is? Says, you want to know something? I kiss men too. I know where you live. What the fuck? What the fuck does this have to do with anything? You wanna know something? I kiss men too. If he had just said, I know where you live, that would have been semi-menacing coming from him. It's not really, but that statement would have. And then he blew it. No homo, but Arizona says, no, you don't know where I live. He says, I do. It's our rotor. I'm ready to shoot. I got my Glock loaded. He is not about that life. He is probably a privileged white kid living in a gated community. He says, your dad must not love you the way you act. He says, I think you misspelled my and I. Yeah, probably. He says, no, I didn't. Like, get your channel deleted before I ban you off the Wi-Fi. He says, you can't ban me off Wi-Fi. I can, trust me. This shit. Okay. So, I of course commented saying, took you 8 whole hours to see the video. How sad. Also, I just reported your channel for impersonation again. Good luck. And if you mention all 3 of my channels again, then I will make sure you are IP banned by YouTube, since you claim you own them too now. And if you couldn't tell, I've stopped responding to you. This is the last message I will send you. However, I will be reporting all your posts and channels that you create. Good luck. He says, your whole threats are fake. They ain't gonna do nothing. And then he says, fucker. But he can't curse, so he spells it out with like weird characters and spaces. So I said, alright, fine, I'll respond again. And I said, 1, you can't ever bring yourself to say a curse word, so what makes you think you would have been able to say a slur? 2. You are 12 to 13 years old and think you have power. If you have this power, email me some legal documents saying you own either UMG or YouTube, and I'll believe you. Otherwise, I'll keep reporting and trolling you like I'm doing so right now. And like I'm 50 Cent, because 50 Cent is a GOAT troller. And I said, a punk like you is what makes the world rotten. Generation Alpha is already at its knees, and people like you make it worse. Now, if your fat ass is ready to reply, which you weren't able to, so I said, if your fat ass is ready to get up, which you aren't able to, then prove to us you have the rights or power to anything. We all have lives that we have to attend to, and all you have to do is your multiplication homework. Then you can listen to garbage real rappers all day. Ciao. He responds to nothing about that except for point 2. He says, bro, what do you mean? I'm 21 with a job. So I said, prove it. Also, if you really have a job, this proves you don't have no labels, because a label would be your job. Otherwise, you're telling us that you're a 64-year-old British man, aka Lucian Grange, because you don't act like a 64-year-old label CEO. And then he starts talking. That's my job. I work at the labels, keeping my eye on y'all. Y'all steal our products. It gets on me nerves.